Well, he's removing noisy crops.
Somebody that's. Oh my God. Which clock? This. So we still that one out of that room town. Ah, is this one's. And the town clock.
Cindy's on.
Yeah, I did talk to her.
She's on Zoom.
Yes, I am here.
She heard us talking, she heard you.
This one.
Yeah. So David is doing the meeting. Oh, boy.
Yeah, for this day.
You gonna handle this?
Hmm?
You gonna handle this in the meeting?
What's so noisy?
Oh, no. I think you
Been
got
been there, done that though. There's one off.
What's our font? They need to get some new font.
He just took the one out of that room. I told him this one has to reset itself now, cause it's an atomic clock.
It's a minute.
That's how they put
That's a
it.
font joke.
Sauce.
Right in there.
Thanks.
Hanging around my father-in-law too long. The dad jokes.
Like 4 o'clock. The October 17th, 2023. Nancorp County Commission meeting will come to order. Commissioners present include Commissioner Rusted, Commissioner Hagan, myself, Dave Engen. Commissioner Peach is on Zoom, and Commissioner Rost is unavailable today. We will start the meeting with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. Any corrections to the minutes, and do I have a motion to approve? We'll make that motion. Mr. Rusted. Second. Mr. Hagan, you guys might be busy today.
I know it. I can't give Cynthia a chance to make two.
Been motion second, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Opposed, passed. The next item is the approval of the order of agenda. Does anyone have any changes to be made to the order of the agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve? Mr. Hagan? I'll second. And second by Commissioner Ruskin. All in favor of the motion to approve the order of the agenda, signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Passed. Then, the next item is the consent agenda. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the consent agenda items, or would you like anything pulled before we vote?
Mr. Chair, I would move approval.
Have a motion?
I'll second.
Commissioner Rusted. All in favor of the motion, could signify by saying aye. Aye. Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Passed. Okay, item 6, IT.
Commissioners. I'm here to just get agreement signed, the migration agreement from Advanced Business Link, who provides strategy software for our IBM system, which we are migrating to another system. It's not going to change anything. Our original contract was 2001. It's $600 a year. It stays the same. They just need new agreement signed to migrate it to a different serial. Second.
Any questions, any discussion, questions?
No, I made a motion.
Yeah, we've already done it down here, so.
Are you keeping track of these motions that are coming in so fast?
Pretty cut and dry this one.
Yes.
This is not exactly contentious. So, motion having been made and seconded. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. You have a couple of other things, these grants?
I don't think they have grants on there.
That was
Who was that
last
for?
time. That was on your desk from last meeting.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it was sitting there like top of everything, okay.
Thank
that's
you.
fine. All right, Mr. Hello.
Mr. Vice, members of the board, this afternoon I have some information on Operation Greenlight. So when we talk about that in July, I mentioned that'll be coming up for you. It's a joint venture between our National Association of County Veteran Service Officers and the National Association of Counties to show support for veterans by illuminating the buildings and then also to promote that throughout the residents and businesses to light them up as green. I have a resolution that's your first attachment there. I'm looking for approval for that signature. So I'll wait to see the additional information on there. I got two other attachments as well.
Okay, any questions?
I move approval.
Motion, made by Commissioner Hinckley, seconded by Commissioner Rusted. All in favor of the resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you for that.
And that includes signature by vice chair. Got it on the document.
Yes, yep.
We originally had as a chair, but then we Mr. Robert, Mr. Ross.
I've got this B team today.
Yes.
All right. Okay, the next one.
The other attachment is, it's a letter to the editor, which we're gonna have, Mr. Ford and I looked it over, drafted that up. He said it was good to go, so we'd like to submit that to for signature, or if you want to just have your block there, that's fine too. We would submit that in there to help promote and market that amongst the
Do
community.
we need a motion on this now? I suppose.
If it's on behalf of the commission,
What?
if it's on behalf of the whole commission.
Okay,
I'd like to make that.
motion made
I'll second that motion.
and seconded. All in favor of the motion to approve the letter to the editor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passed.
And then the last attachment is just a couple of sample social media posts that we can put out there on Facebook and such. That kind of help promote that as well. So have a few of those drafted up.
So, or is that, go ahead.
I'd like to also make that motion to prove that.
I will second.
All right, so this is something, are you gonna take care of putting it down, social media?
And I don't know if Mr. Ford takes care of that for the county, we could.
Very sure. It's not in your head over there. All right, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the social media information. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Yeah. Okay.
What our plan
Yes.
is, what our plan is for the building is a couple of the globes out front, we're gonna get some panels, and we're gonna put that inside there, and that'll help illuminate that this green there. They're on order, they should be here by Friday, but latest is Monday. Let's see what else, the bridge lights, I mean, where the UND has got
Oh, yeah.
green, so Mr. Ford and I are gonna approach the city and see if we can get them to illuminate that to get 6th through 12th as well.
I think they got a panel with about 12 people that sign on those lights, so if you run in any roadblocks, send them an email.
Sure, appreciate that. The last thing I have is honor flight returns tonight, so they're gonna be good at about 7 o'clock tonight. We've got about 40 Vietnam veterans, there's a new coin that the state has put out. So I know there's a handful that are in our veterans groups, I'll be presenting that to them like tonight at 7 o'clock out there at the airport too. So.
I don't think people actually as a whole realize how much that honor flight means to those veterans. When my great uncle came back from that, I mean. I actually feel like it extended his life. He was so proud and he had such a good time. And same goes for my wife's father when he got to enjoy his honors flight, so that's just an amazing thing you guys do for those folks.
And if we put-
In the North American Legion, we have a couple of guys who were in Korea. And they were in Korea during the very worst, terrible winter. And they've now gone on separate honor flights, and you're right, it's just like, it's like the highlight of your life, you know, that's cool.
Well deserved for them, for sure.
And
Whoever came up with that idea deserves a Nobel Prize. It really does change those people's lives.
exactly.
That's okay.
And now a lot of the Vietnam veterans are the ones who are taking a lot of the flights. They're probably a higher percentage of that age group than they are.
There's 40 on this flight out of about 96, so almost half.
Yeah, that's a great plan. Thanks.
Thank you.
Ms. Nelson, what do you want to say?
Well, this is the city township hearing on the minimum sale price. And any member or representative of the governing body of the taxing district may appear at the hearing. Is this microphone really loud?
You are exceptionally boisterous today.
So any member of or representative of the governing body of any taxing district may appear at the hearing with reference to the fair market value of their appraised property. And the board may make any changes appropriate to the prices. And then I've got the prices scanned in on the next page. And if there's anybody from any governing body representing any of those properties, they could step forward.
Anyone like to speak to this?
If not, I recommend the board approve the prices and set the property sale for November 21st, 2023 at 2 p.m. in the county commission room, county office building. Terms of sale are cash or check.
All right,
Mr. Chair,
yes, Commissioner Pete.
I would move approval of that motion.
Okay, we have a second?
Yes.
Commissioner Rosted. Motion having been made and seconded, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Back.
And then I need a motion to send out the notice of intent to evict. There are 9 of them included here.
No, question, those are the same properties that we just talked about on the
Yes.
value.
Yes, there's 15 properties that we have taken over, but there are 9 that have a residential home.
Any questions about the notices?
So with the intent to evict, will there be an opportunity for them to make it whole prior to the auction?
Yes. Yep, they have up until the time of the sale, to pay all their taxes and keep their property. And sometimes when they get that notice to evict, that triggers them to pay.
Are there any payment plans?
No payment plan,
No.
so.
And are they just required to come up with the taxes that were 3 years overdue?
Yes.
So they don't have to pay
Yes,
everything
they have
all
to
up
pay
to
all
date?
the taxes, the specials, penalty and interest on those 3 years of taxes. And I have attempted to contact every single one of them. There's no requirement for me to do so. I have heard from probably 4. And that said they're going to pay. So we will see.
Well, they still have an opportunity, but.
And one of them owns 6 of the parcels.
We have a motion to approve these notices of intent to evict.
I guess
I'll move approval.
Okay, who spoke up?
Cindy was
Commissioner
first.
Peach? Do I have a
Yes.
I feel great about it, but I will.
Mr. Rosted? No. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Again, that's passed. Now, those are tough things to do, we simply have no choice, and. You know, I do know of one over the years who would be at the last minute every time, and I'd call Ms. Nelson, yeah, we came in and paid a couple of days at a time. So they try.
Sometimes it's minutes before.
And it's before, yeah,
It's just a tough decision, but
It has to be done.
It's not something we like to do, that's for sure.
And the last item I have is we have received, a workforce safety premium and safety credits that we have set aside in the general fund, and we try to keep track of that money and use it only for risk management. We have about $291,000 that we're keeping track and trying to keep it separate. So I'm gonna ask that you move it to a special fund. Still in the general fund, you can use it for any purpose you want, but it's easier if we're gonna track this for safety. Risk management, that we have it in a separate account.
What would you call the account?
I'm going to call it workforce safety.
They've been on that for a while.
That's a catchy name there.
Yeah.
Any questions for Ms. Nelson? Mr. Pete, any questions?
Nope, none.
Sorry, I forget about it when I can't see you up there once in a while, so we know you're
That's
there.
okay, no problem.
All right, we have
I would move approval.
I'll second.
a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? That's passed.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Okay, next item on the agenda, State's Attorney, Ms. Lomstead,
I have nothing for the board, thank you.
okay? Committee report, Commissioner Peach.
The Human Service Zone met today, prior to this meeting. We had a good meeting. Just a couple things of interest. Our employees, for the first time in quite a long time, we have, our eligibility department is fully staffed, so that's good news. Our foster care is at about 170. Usually it was at about 200, so that's a good thing. The children are being cared for. The quality and the quantity of applicants coming in, Ms. Thiel reported that the quality and the quantity is up. So that's a positive in trying to hire individuals for the social services zone. And I think the Healthy Steps did see an increase in the poverty level. So more people will be able to apply for Healthy Steps and get funded for that program, which is really good program for young infants in our county. So that's what I have to report today.
All right, Commissioner Rusted.
So MDO's tomorrow, so I got nothing there. I did attend 2 events. Actually had back-to-back days, one where Senator Oakley spoke, that was a UAS event out at Grand Sky. Miss Leon and Mr. Ford also in attendance. It's kind of a nice uplifting thing, event, I guess. And plus we were, the beers were all on Tom Sawyer's dime, so that doesn't hurt. And then
He's always good for that.
the following day, I was at a kind of a campaign event for Representative Vetter that Kevin Kramer spoke at. And he had some, uplifting. It's not a great time right now in this country, but he still found a way to kind of leave us with a smile on her face. I think North Dakota's got a lot to be proud about right now. So that's all I got.
Very good. Mr. Hagan.
Nothing new, I'll make work are meeting tomorrow, so.
Okay. Well, what I've done is the 2 EDC meetings and a recent meeting on preparation for the trip to the Pentagon that's coming up in November. So other than that, it's been rather quiet. Okay, unfinished new business, anything? Any correspondence? I guess correspondence, we have the 4-H awards banquet coming up. I think everybody has seen that. I know that Diane used to go to that almost every time. So that's coming up on Sunday, the 29th. And I imagine they would like to know if people were gonna show up for that. So that's in your packet. Thank you from the 4-H group. In the packet as well. And the 60 years of 60 years of making a difference in the water. Water board, or water convention and irrigation workshop. So if you have all kinds of free time, want to go to these things, there are meetings like this all over the state all the time, so it's tough to get to them. So anything else, Ms. Nelson?
I have nothing.
I motion to adjourn, please.
Second. All in favor of the motion to adjourn, signify by saying aye.
I.
We are adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.
You felt up, you just take off more time.
No, we haven't done it even now.
We-
Long to get here.
You ran at like 12 run a meeting.
But
You ran at like 12, you used to try to run a meeting.